Want to look good in front of your boss? In this video, I'm going to show you 3 ways to stand out for the right reasons without overworking, over-explaining, or constantly proving yourself. Because if you're a woman in corporate, you already know how easy it is to be the one who delivers, but not the one who gets recognized. So here's what we'll cover so you can change that. Number 1, how to anticipate your boss's needs before they ask and become the person that they trust most. Number 2, how to communicate results, not just effort, so your value speaks louder than your hours. And number 3, how to showcase problem solving in real time so you're seen as a calm, strategic leader under pressure. And here's why this matters. Because in most workplaces, promotions and high-impact projects don't go to the hardest workers. They go to the people who make their boss's life easier. Those who look strategic, not just busy. And here's the hard truth. So many smart, capable women I coach are already doing exceptional work, but they still feel overlooked or stuck. Instead of thinking that your hard work will speak for itself, let's make sure that you get noticed the way you deserve. Let's dive in. So let's start off with number 1, which is anticipating your boss's needs before they even ask. So there's 3 key elements to this. The first thing is to scan what's ahead. Look at any upcoming projects, meetings, and deadlines, and even take a look at any possible roadblocks or opportunities that you can help support and create a quick action plan that you can share with your boss. Remember, the more that you can get ahead of things that are up and coming in a way that your boss doesn't have to constantly remind you about, this can really showcase your leadership and ownership in your role. This can sound something like this. I noticed the client presentation is next Friday. I've already gone ahead and outlined key talking points, identified a few data gaps, and put together the 3 to 6 month roadmap we can share with them. The second key element of anticipating your boss's needs before they ask is to solve recurring problems. If you see the same issue coming up time and time again, proactively solve for that. This is where you can propose solutions, ideas, brainstorm on how to actually solve the root cause so it doesn't keep repeating itself. And the magic in this strategy is that if your boss didn't outright ask you to solve for it and you go ahead and do it anyways, this is an amazing opportunity to show that you can identify gap areas and fix them without needing to be asked to do it. So this could sound something like this. We keep losing 2 days waiting on approvals for this kind of project. What if I draft a pre-approval checklist to speed things up? It can help us gain efficiencies at this key point in the process. And the third element in anticipating your boss's needs before they ask is to lighten their load. You can draft emails, prep meeting agendas, or even create briefing materials you know they'll need before they even ask you to do it. So this can sound something like, I went ahead and drafted the Q4 email update so that you can review it when it's convenient. Now keep in mind, all of this is not with the goal of taking on more work or taking things onto your plate. The idea is to reinforce your ownership in your role and that you can be a great support to your boss and look good in front of them. That way, they can support you better on the things that matter most for your own development. A complete win-win. And pro tip, learn what your boss's top priorities are and work with them on that. Ask questions like, what's the biggest pain point right now? Or what's the key obstacle in hitting X? And then schedule quick check-ins to stay aligned on this. The beauty of this strategy is you are not now just an executor on their team getting the work done. You're actually being viewed as a strategic partner to them, which elevates your leadership in their eyes and helps promote your growth track at the same time. Let's now move on to the second strategy to look good in front of your boss. Communicating results, not just effort. And once again here, there's 3 key elements we're going to walk through. The first thing is to frame your updates around outcomes, not just inputs or outputs of your work. This is going to remind your boss daily and weekly of the impact you're creating, not just the work you're executing against. Because keep in mind, your boss might know the projects you're working on, but they don't always have the full scope of the challenges you're dealing with, the complexity you're managing, or some of the obstacles that you're overcoming to get to a certain outcome. That is your role to highlight that so that they can see firsthand that you are driving really impactful results in the work that you're doing. So instead of simply saying something like, I spent the week analyzing data reports, say instead, my analysis revealed insights that will increase efficiencies in X process by 15%. I'd like to walk you through my findings and recommendations in terms of next steps. Do you see how much more proactive that is and how much more result-driven that is versus the prior framing? And that's the key, right? We don't want your boss to just assume things of you. We have to be vocal and explicit in our communication so that we don't leave any stone unturned. The second key element in communicating results, not just efforts, is to use data and metrics to back up your success. Think of it this way. It's hard to deny facts. It's very easy to dismiss feeling-based statements like I feel or I think. But facts, very hard to do that with. And the more you leverage the right facts and data, the more it builds your credibility with your boss and makes you look really good in front of them. So instead of saying things like the campaign performed well, which is super vague and surface level, say things like the campaign exceeded our engagement target by 25%, driving 1,200 additional signups versus our initial goal. This level of specificity goes a much longer way when communicating your results through outcomes, not just outputs. And the best part is it attributes that impact back to you, so there's no ambiguity on who is driving these kinds of results. And the third element of communicating results, not just efforts, is to end your emails and conversations with clear, actionable next steps. This keeps the momentum going and shows you're thinking ahead while maintaining ownership in your role. Great qualities to look good in front of your boss. You can say something like, based on our latest results, I recommend moving forward with strategy X to capitalize on recent market trends. And you'll see with all of these examples around communicating results, it's not about providing unnecessary detail or too much detail. Your job is to really hone in on the right type of data, facts, and flow so that the delivery is concise, it's impactful, and your message lands. The best part of this strategy is not only do you look good in front of your boss, but it also opens up a lot of new opportunities for you. And this is exactly what we focused on with my client, Lisa. When we started together, she was actually feeling pretty stuck and overlooked in her current workplace and was ready for a next step. She had been with her prior company for many years and knew that she was wanting more, but wasn't quite sure how to go about it. And together, we mapped out her custom roadmap from start to finish on exactly what to do for her networking strategy, for her communication strategy, for her interviewing strategy, and of course, negotiation. And within just 7 weeks of working together, we landed her dream role with over a $300K comp package, which actually represented a $100,000 raise for her, which has been life-changing for her and her family. And not only that, we're leveraging the strategies that we're talking about in this video, especially when it comes to communicating results right out of the gate in her new position, which has already set her up so well with her boss and team of looking great, getting the proper recognition, and building amazing inroads within the first 30 days of joining her company. And I think this is often a misconception where it feels like if we're starting in a new role or we're moving into a different position, that we have to wait a certain amount of time to communicate our results in this way, or to be able to have that kind of spotlight with our boss. But that is completely false. This is something you can do right out of the gate, just like we did with Lisa. And the beauty of this, especially what we see consistently with the women that I coach, is it fast tracks their promotion track within less than a year of being in a new position. On average, my clients are securing 3 to 4 promotions in a 3-year time span, and it is a function of these types of communication strategies and visibility strategies that we're putting into place. And if this is something that you feel like you could use more help with, I have something amazing for you. It is a free tool that I created, which is actually my proprietary scorecard. And I've actually dropped the link in the description below this video where you can schedule your free one-on-one call. And on that call, we're actually going to go through my proprietary scorecard where you will be able to uncover your biggest growth gaps right now and where you're stuck and why you're stuck. This call alone is going to give you so much clarity of what is holding you back and what you need to do to fix it fast. Specifically on this session, we're going to go through the exact 3 to 5 strategic levers that I will outline for you of what you need to do to get you to your goals faster. And this is exactly what we did with Lisa, which was a huge eye-opener for her as to why she was feeling what she was feeling, and not just staying stuck there, but actually having a custom roadmap of exactly what to do next to lead to these life-changing results. And so if this is hitting home for you, I would love to speak with you. Again, you can go ahead and schedule your free one-on-one call right in the description below this video. When you book that call, you're going to actually receive your free copy of my proprietary scorecard. Super simple to complete. It takes less than 30 seconds, but the clarity that you will gain from doing that is going to be so game-changing for you in where you're at, what you want to achieve, and bridging the gap to get there. So I'm so excited to walk you through all of that and really look forward to speaking with you. And the third strategy to look good in front of your boss is to showcase your problem-solving skills in real time. And once again here, there's 3 key elements that I want to walk you through. The first is to arrive with options. This might sound obvious, but I can't tell you the amount of times I see women get this wrong. So, when an issue comes up, present at least 2 to 3 solutions, pros and cons to both, and share your recommendation. The worst thing we can do for our boss that does not make us look good is just dumping problems on their plate and expecting them to solve them for us. Doing it this way creates a much more constructive conversation, even when things are going wrong or mistakes are happening. And you want to make sure that you stay on the right side of that equation. So, this can sound something like we run into a delay with our vendor delivery. We can switch to our backup supplier at a slightly higher cost, but immediate shipment risk having a 2-week delay. Or we can split the order across vendors to meet our initial deadline. I recommend option 2 because it balances cost and timing. Bringing this kind of information to your boss in this way is going to help you make such a more informed decision together, and it shows that you're already thinking in a problem solution mode. The second key element of showcasing your problem solving skills in real time is to stay calm during crisis. Because remember, your tone and clarity matter just as much as your plan. And if you are looking to get promoted, this level of calm and composure goes a long way when you're dealing with challenges or unexpected hurdles. So this can sound something like, here's the situation, here's the immediate impact, and here's what I'm doing to address it. We'll have a resolution in 24 hours. I love this example because it shows that you don't necessarily need to have all the answers immediately, but it shows that you're building the action plan to get there and managing expectations a lot better with your boss. And the third element to showcase your problem solving in real time is to close the loop. What I mean here is once an issue is resolved, use that as an opportunity to share your learnings, takeaways, and insights that can actually serve as a best practice for the broader team. This can also help prevent repeated issues like this moving forward, and it shows your level of proactivity once again. So this could sound something like this. To avoid this in the future, I've mapped out a new process to shorten approval time in 48 hours. Here's how it works. So once again, all of these different examples of showing your problem solving is allowing you to get ahead of the curve, prove to your boss that you are already thinking a few steps ahead, that you're not just expecting them to solve your problems for you, but really, again, being that ally to them through these challenges and someone that they can fully trust. And this was exactly the skill set that we tapped into with my client, Catherine. When she was dealing with a pretty intensive cyber incident in her company, she went full in on problem solving mode with her boss, leveraging the strategies we just talked about. It showed her proactivity. It showed that she was solution oriented, and it showed that she wasn't going to panic under pressure. And in doing this one thing, her boss immediately put her name forward for an incredible nomination in her company that recognized her distinguished efforts amongst the team. And this situation fast-tracked her next promotion within the organization. This is the power of these incredible moments where you don't just wait for things to happen or you don't just expect your work to speak for itself, but you intentionally do things the right way that help you look amazing in front of your boss and end up getting you promoted and faster growth within the company. Because remember, when you shine, your boss shines, and it's a reflection of their leadership with you. So the more you lean into that, the better. And once again, if this is something that's really resonating with you and you feel like you can use more support on that, I'd love to help you through that. Again, just go ahead and schedule your free one-on-one call right in the description below this video. You're going to be able to complete your free copy of my proprietary scorecard. It is a super quick but effective tool. Will take you less than 30 seconds to complete, but will help you identify your biggest growth gaps right now, what is keeping you stuck, what is holding you back, why that is happening, and give you the clarity that you need to move forward. And on the call, we're actually going to map out the specific 3 to 5 strategic levers that you need to implement right now without any guesswork. We're going to walk through all of that so that you can achieve your goals a lot faster this year. So there you have it, 3 ways to look good in front of your boss. Easy, practical, and effective. Number 1, anticipating your boss's needs before they even ask. Number 2, communicate results, not just efforts. And number 3, showcasing your problem solving in real time. And I'd love to know which part of today's video resonated with you the most. Let me know in the comments, drop your biggest takeaway. I would love to hear it. And be sure to subscribe to my channel because every week I post new videos helping women in corporate level up faster the way that you deserve. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.